This moment is not for entertainment, it is intentional. Every second holds power. Every pause carries meaning. Many pass through life unaware, letting energy slip through their fingers, never realizing that the smallest act, performed with focus, can shift everything. Today, you will learn a practice that moves faster than luck, stronger than wishful thinking, a method hidden in silence, ignored by those who chase noise, yet recognized by those who understand how energy flows. By the end of this video, you will understand why secrecy strengthens intention, why the mind must be still, and how a simple short repetition can trigger results that feel almost instant. This is not guesswork. This is alignment. Every thought, every breath, every pause matters. The world does not notice those who rush. It responds to those who are calm, aware, and ready. Many attempt change, yet few understand the hidden rules that govern success, abundance, and clarity. Today, those rules will become visible to you. Stay fully present. Your attention is your power. By keeping focus now, you set the stage for opportunities that appear when the mind is still and the intention is pure. This is the moment where preparation meets readiness. Welcome to Shaolin Divine Flow. Here, silence speaks louder than words, and subtle actions produce extraordinary outcomes. Subscribe to join a journey of hidden truths, ancient wisdom, and practical guidance designed to help you align with life's unseen currents. Sit quietly, listen carefully. Something profound begins in the next few minutes, and only those who remain focused will notice it. The clock moves differently today. Every moment hums with quiet potential. January 22nd is not just another date on the calendar. Beneath its ordinary surface lies a subtle alignment, a pause in the usual rhythm of energy. Those who notice it understand that timing is not random. The universe responds not only to what we do, but to when we do it. Today, focus carries more weight. A thought planted now can grow faster than one planted yesterday. Decisions made with clarity today ripple in ways that feel immediate. Opportunities that normally take weeks, months, or even years can arrive almost instantly when the timing is right. This is not magic, it is precision. Energy has its own pulse, and certain moments resonate stronger than others. January 22nd happens to carry that resonance. Think of it as a doorway. It opens only briefly, and those who step through with attention find themselves in a different flow. Actions taken now are amplified. Intentions set now travel faster. Silence, patience, and focus on this day create conditions where results can manifest sooner. People often underestimate the power of timing. They wait for the perfect moment, unaware that certain days already hold extraordinary potential. Energy does not rush, but it notices preparation. When the mind is calm and fully present, the subtle shifts of life become visible. January 22nd invites that presence. It rewards clarity and intention. Small, deliberate acts, words spoken, thoughts focused, breaths taken, carry more momentum today than they would on any ordinary day. Those who treat it casually often miss it. Those who respect it find doors opening quietly, opportunities arriving with unexpected ease, and subtle guidance appearing when attention is sharp. The power is not in mystery. It is in awareness, in the decision to honor this moment as something more than routine. The day itself becomes a partner, aligning with effort, amplifying intention, and making what seems distant suddenly reachable. 33 seconds. It sounds brief, almost laughably short. Yet in this small window lies concentrated power. Long prayers, long chants, long lists of desires often dilute the mind. Thoughts wander, doubts creep in, and energy disperses into the air without focus. The mind is like water. When scattered, it ripples without depth. When steady, it carves channels, shapes paths, and moves mountains. Short, focused repetition demands presence. Every second matters. Every word becomes a pulse, a signal sent clearly and directly into the flow of life. There's no room for distraction, no space for fear. For 33 seconds, the mind aligns with intention. It does not question. It does not resist. It simply opens and allows. In this space, energy listens. The universe responds not to length, but to clarity. This is why masters of focus have always valued brevity. A short mantra, repeated with attention, carries more weight than hours of unfocused talk. The power comes not from the words themselves, but from the mind behind them. Each repetition is a signal, a vibration sent outward. When concentrated, it pierces resistance, bypasses hesitation, and touches the subtle currents that ordinary effort cannot reach. 33 seconds also trains the mind to trust in precision. It teaches patience, discipline, and faith in the process. The mind learns that transformation does not require force, only alignment. This is why results can appear quickly, almost unexpectedly. It is not luck, it is the effect of focused energy meeting receptive timing. When repeated in this way, intention is no longer scattered. It becomes a beacon. A single, short burst of focused attention can shift moods, open opportunities, and trigger responses from life that long, distracted efforts often fail to reach. 33 seconds is a doorway, a small, precise, powerful window where the ordinary becomes extraordinary, and where simple focus outperforms frantic effort every single time. Some truths are meant to be quiet. Energy is fragile, subtle, and easily diluted. When intentions are spoken aloud to the wrong ears, they scatter before they can take shape. Words carry power, but they also carry loss. Sharing too soon often invites doubt, judgment, or interference, even from well-meaning people. The mind of another can unknowingly shift the direction of energy, pulling momentum away from what is meant to grow in silence. This is why secrecy is not fear, but wisdom. Throughout history, those who mastered influence, abundance, and inner transformation guarded their practices. The most potent rituals, the simplest prayers, the shortest mantras, they thrived in quiet spaces. Silence protects the purity of intention. It prevents distraction, preserves focus, and allows energy to gather strength unseen. Just as a seed grows best underground, intention flourishes when held privately, shielded from external noise. Keeping this practice secret also sharpens the mind. It teaches discipline, restraint, and patience. When no one is watching, the mind is tested, and only true commitment remains. The energy you build in privacy becomes concentrated, precise, and alive. It does not leak into doubt, envy, or expectation. Instead, it accumulates, waiting for the moment to move naturally and powerfully. Ancient wisdom speaks repeatedly of the value of hidden practice. Masters of life, wealth, and spiritual alignment knew that silence amplifies results. To speak too soon is to invite dilution. To guard your intention is to honor its power. The unseen forces that respond to focus notice integrity, commitment, and discretion. They move toward those who act quietly, without need for approval or recognition. Energy preserved is energy multiplied. A secret intention is like a candle shielded from wind. It burns brighter, steadier, and longer. By keeping this practice private, you are not hiding. You are preparing. You are creating the conditions where the smallest act, repeated with care, can ripple outward and transform everything. The strength of silence is the hidden force behind every sudden opportunity, every shift in fortune, and every subtle alignment that feels like timing itself. Money is not just paper, it is not numbers in a bank, nor a measure of worth. It is energy, a flow that responds to alignment, openness, and intention. When approached with desperation, fear, or greed, it contracts, hides, or slips away. When approached with clarity, calm, and focus, it moves freely, following the currents that are already present in life. Think of money as permission, the universe saying yes to your readiness. It appears when you are aligned with purpose, when your actions, thoughts, and energy match the natural flow of abundance. It is not earned by force or shouted for in desperation. It is attracted, drawn to those who understand that wealth is not the goal, but a reflection of internal harmony. Alignment matters more than effort. A mind at peace, a heart open, and intention focused create an invisible signal. The universe responds to this signal before a single transaction occurs. Money arrives not because you chase it, but because your energy invites it. Small acts of awareness, small shifts in focus can open doors that long struggle cannot. This perspective changes everything. Wealth is no longer a fight. It becomes a mirror of readiness, a barometer of presence. You begin to notice opportunities, ideas, and connections appearing where none were visible before. You begin to understand that money flows where energy flows, and that your attention, your calm focus, and your alignment are the most powerful currencies of all. Greed contracts, fear blocks, and scattered desire dissipates. Flow expands, opens, and multiplies. When you treat money as energy, every act of focus, every moment of stillness, and every small repetition becomes a channel through which abundance moves naturally, easily, and without resistance. Money stops being a struggle and becomes a signal: you are ready, you are aligned, you are present. And in that presence, wealth is not pursued, it arrives. Most money prayers fail, not because of the words themselves, but because of the state behind them. Doubt seeps in like a slow leak, weakening every intention before it has a chance to take shape. When the mind questions, will this work, or clings to fear of lack, energy scatters. The prayer becomes a wish, not a signal. The universe responds to certainty, not hesitation. Desperation is even more powerful in its ability to block. A heart that begs, pleads, or clings sends a vibration of need rather than alignment. Energy flows where calm presence exists, not where panic or urgency dominates. Many try to push results into existence, poring over every word, every thought, every minute, yet this very pushing creates resistance. What is forced rarely flows. Over-explaining intentions is another hidden trap. When you speak or think too much about what you want, you dilute the energy behind it. The universe does not need your essay, it needs your clarity. Repetition without distraction, focus without commentary, intention without drama. This is what moves energy. Explaining too much creates noise that masks the signal. The mind must be trusted to act quietly. The energy you generate in stillness is stronger than any spoken demand. Those who fail often look for visible signs too soon, seeking confirmation instead of allowing the process to unfold. Timing and alignment respond to focus, not to commentary. The most powerful prayers are simple, concentrated, and silent. They are not a display of effort. They are a precise gesture of readiness. Doubt, desperation, and over-explaining are distractions that cloud the channel, scatter energy, and delay results. When these fall away, what remains is a clean, pure intention, small, steady, and potent, capable of drawing abundance effortlessly. Those who understand this difference move forward quickly, while others struggle, repeating actions without ever learning the hidden art of true alignment. Calm expectation is quiet power. It is not loud, desperate, or demanding. It does not beg for results. It trusts that what is meant to come will arrive, because preparation and focus have already aligned the path. When the mind is certain, energy moves without obstruction. It flows toward those who are ready to receive, not those who are anxious or pleading. Begging fractures energy. It creates tension, hesitation, and doubt. The more you chase, the farther it seems to move away. Calm expectation, on the other hand, signals readiness. It whispers to the universe, I am prepared, I am aligned, I am present. This simple signal carries weight. It does not shout. It does not demand. It allows the natural currents of opportunity and abundance to respond without interference. Certainty does not come from luck or blind hope. It comes from focus, discipline, and trust in the process. Those who practice calm expectation understand that action and patience are partners. They act where needed, but do not force the unseen to comply. They hold their intention with clarity, and in that clarity, results accelerate. The mind that expects calmly notices opportunities others miss. Ideas arrive, doors open, and timing seems effortless. Calm expectation amplifies the energy of every word, every breath, and every small repetition. It turns intention into a signal that cannot be ignored. When you combine focus, silence, and certainty, you step into a flow that bypasses struggle. Begging creates resistance. Expectation invites alignment. Calm expectation is not passive. It is active presence, steady attention, and quiet confidence. It transforms a simple prayer or mantra into a channel for abundance. The universe responds to this alignment faster than it responds to desperation, doubt, or noise. Those who master calm expectation discover that what they seek often appears before they even realize they were waiting. Before the mantra begins, the mind must be ready. Preparation is not about complexity, it is about presence. Sit or stand in a position that feels grounded. Let the body settle. Straighten the spine, relax the shoulders, and release tension that has accumulated without notice. The body is the vessel through which energy flows, and the calm, open posture allows it to move freely. Breathing is the bridge between mind and energy. Slow, deliberate breaths, quiet, racing thoughts. Inhale with awareness. Feel the air fill the chest, the belly, the entire being. Exhale fully, releasing doubt, expectation, and distraction. Each breath becomes a rhythm, a signal that the mind is ready to focus. The rhythm itself carries energy, aligning the inner and outer, the seen and unseen. Inner stillness is the final step. Let thoughts drift like clouds, acknowledging them without attachment, then letting them pass. Focus on nothing but presence. This is not meditation in the traditional sense, but a mental alignment with intention. The mind is like water. Still water reflects clearly. Ripples distort the image. 33 seconds of mantra can only carry power if the mind is calm and receptive. Preparation also involves subtle awareness of energy. Notice sensations in the body, the quiet hum of life within, the natural currents of thought and feeling. These are not distractions. They are signals that the mind is alive, alert, and capable of directing focus with precision. By establishing posture, breath, and stillness, the mind becomes a lens, focused and clear. The mantra is no longer a series of words. It becomes a pulse, a concentrated vibration that travels outward, reaching the currents that respond to readiness. Preparation ensures that nothing leaks, nothing disperses, and every second of repetition is amplified. This readiness transforms a small act into a force that engages opportunity, alignment, and flow. Now the mantra itself becomes the focus. Simple, clear, and neutral, it carries no exaggeration, no fear, no demand. The words are not magic in themselves. Their power comes from attention, presence, and repetition. Each syllable becomes a signal, a pulse of intention sent outward into the flow of life. For 33 seconds, let the mind hold nothing else. Repeat slowly with quiet awareness. I am open. I am ready. I receive with gratitude. There is no need to imagine outcomes. No need to feel desperate or anxious. Each repetition is a gentle affirmation of alignment. The mantra does not command, it allows, it signals readiness, presence, and willingness to receive without clinging or forcing. Focus on the rhythm of your breath as the words move through you. Let them sink in, not as a demand for result, but as a statement of readiness. Your mind and energy become one with the pulse of the repetition. Distractions will arise, but acknowledge them and return gently to the mantra. The strength is in consistency, not intensity. A calm mind, repeating with presence, sends a vibration far stronger than hours of scattered effort. Neutrality is key. There is no fear in missing out, no doubt about timing, no expectation of how abundance should appear. The mantra simply positions you to receive. It becomes a bridge, connecting the quiet focus of your mind with the unseen currents that respond to alignment. Words matter less than the energy behind them, and when repeated with full attention, even these three simple statements carry remarkable force. For 33 seconds, nothing exists outside this repetition. It is brief, precise, and potent. Every repetition sharpens the mind, opens the awareness, and strengthens the signal you are sending. This small, intentional act becomes the channel through which readiness meets opportunity, and through which quiet alignment begins to move unseen currents toward you. When the mantra ends, remain still. Do not rush to speak, check, or analyze. Silence is the continuation of power. Let the mind settle into calm, allowing energy to move naturally. Release the repetition from expectation. Do not cling to outcomes or try to force signs. Non-attachment preserves momentum. ensuring that the signal you have sent is not weakened by doubt or overthinking. The act itself has already created alignment. What comes next will unfold in its own time. Move gently back into daily awareness, carrying a quiet confidence rather than anxious anticipation. This is not a moment for constant monitoring. Subtle shifts will appear first in perception, an idea that seems sudden, an opportunity that feels unexpected, or a connection that arises naturally. These are the signs that energy has responded, that intention has begun to ripple outward. Results often appear within 24 hours, not because of speed alone, but because alignment accelerates reception. The universe communicates in subtle ways. Sometimes it is a message in a conversation, a chance meeting, or an intuitive insight that guides the next step. Sometimes it is relief where there was tension, clarity where there was confusion, or an unexpected solution appearing with ease. These early shifts are quiet, easily missed by those looking only for obvious change, yet they are profound indicators that the work is taking root. The key is observation without attachment. Notice opportunities, ideas, or resources as they emerge. Recognize patterns, but do not cling. Each small response is part of a larger unfolding, a demonstration that intention meets readiness, and that energy moves toward those who are prepared and calm. By releasing control and remaining present, you allow subtle currents to align quickly, making what once seemed distant suddenly reachable, and transforming the smallest repetition into a channel of tangible results and unseen guidance. The signs that the practice is working are quiet, subtle, and often easy to overlook. The first is inner peace. A calm settles where there was once tension or restless thought. The mind feels lighter, the chest opens, and a sense of ease replaces struggle. This is not a fleeting feeling of relief. It is a signal that energy is aligning, that intention has found resonance, and that the current of readiness is moving through you. Unexpected ideas begin to arise. Solutions to problems that felt stuck appear effortlessly. Insights come as sudden clarity, almost as if they were always there, waiting for attention. These are not coincidences. They are the natural response of an aligned mind to the energy you have generated. The more still and focused you are, the more sharply these ideas stand out, guiding you toward opportunities that were previously hidden. Sudden openings become noticeable. A conversation, a chance encounter, or a small opportunity may appear with no warning. They may seem random, but they are the direct result of subtle shifts in energy and timing. Doors open not because of force, but because alignment attracts the path of least resistance. Awareness allows you to recognize these openings when they appear, rather than letting them pass unnoticed. Other signs can be quieter still: a sense of being guided, a feeling of clarity about next steps, or the sudden resolution of a lingering problem. Even small confirmations, like a moment of synchronicity, indicate that the signal you sent has been received. These signs are not dramatic. They are subtle, gentle confirmations that the mind, intention, and energy are moving in harmony. The practice works not through force or expectation, but through alignment. The key is to notice without clinging, to recognize without overanalyzing, and to remain present. Each sign, no matter how small, is proof that the process is unfolding and that the seeds planted in focus and silence are beginning to bear fruit. When results begin to appear, responsibility becomes the quiet companion of abundance. Receiving is only the first step. Gratitude is essential. It is the acknowledgement that energy, opportunity, and alignment have come together to meet readiness. A simple, sincere thank you grounds the flow, amplifying its momentum and ensuring that the energy does not dissipate through neglect or entitlement. Gratitude is not just polite. It is an energetic law, a recognition that what is given freely must be received with awareness and respect. Wisdom guides how the blessings are used. Sudden opportunities, ideas, or resources can be powerful, but they are most effective when applied with discernment. Acting impulsively without thought or strategy can disperse energy and create imbalance. Observing outcomes carefully, listening to intuition, and choosing actions aligned with integrity ensures that what arrives serves growth rather than distraction. Wisdom protects the flow, allowing the energy that has been summoned to continue expanding rather than collapsing under misuse. Correct action is the final element. Alignment alone does not replace effort or responsibility. What is received must be met with thoughtful movement. Small, deliberate steps taken with awareness honor the energy that has responded to focus and stillness. This transforms opportunity into sustainable results. It ensures that abundance strengthens rather than overwhelms, that insight leads to meaningful choices rather than fleeting gain. Responsibility also preserves the integrity of the practice itself. When the cycle of intention, repetition, and release is honored with gratitude, wisdom, and action, the signal remains strong for future alignment. Energy flows freely toward those who respect what has been given. Those who act carelessly may find opportunities slow or misdirected, while those who meet abundance with presence, discernment, and integrity experience continued resonance and opening. Receiving, in this way, is never passive. It is an active, conscious partnership with life's currents, a practice that balances focus, patience, and ethical engagement with the energy that has been drawn toward readiness. Everything shared here is simple yet profound. Small moments of focus, quiet repetition, and calm expectation can ripple through your life in ways that feel almost miraculous. Trust the process. Trust the alignment you have created. Allow it to work quietly without force or worry. What you have planted in stillness is already moving, even if you cannot see it yet. If this video resonated with you, support the channel by liking it and subscribing to Shaolin Divine Flow. By doing so, you join a journey of awareness, presence, and subtle transformation, one that reminds you that the most powerful changes often begin in silence. Remember this above all. The universe responds not to desperation, but to readiness, not to noise, but to focus, not to force, but to calm intention. When you align with this truth, even the smallest act becomes a doorway to extraordinary possibilities. Your moment is now. Step into it quietly, fully, and with trust, and watch as life begins to move toward you in ways you never expected.